So welcome back to the channel. We're back on the railway tip. We're going to do a little bit of digging. I've just started opening a hole behind me. I've only just got on. It's a bit late in the evening. We're about 5:30. So we're going to dig until it goes dark and see what we can find. This is the same place I found the all the little aqua bottles last time I came on. But yeah, we'll finish off. Well, we'll carry on and I'll bring you back when I find something interesting. Right, so you can see that we're down about a foot and we're down into this really hard, compact, rocky layer. There's stones and rock everywhere. Just see all this make it out. Yeah, so this is all the waste from the quarry. Like I was saying, I've just found a big piece with quartz all over it, quartz crystals. Not enough to keep. I do keep crystals as well, but yeah, not enough to take home. It weren't anything special. So what I'll do is I'll get through this rocky top layer and I'll bring you back when we're through into the ash layer and hopefully finding bottles. Alright, so bit of progress. We're down onto this really hard burnt layer, which I've never encountered on this tip before, and this has just come out. It's plain, I think. Yeah, plain. It's like a little wine. It's not too early, but it's a dull green colour. Not that special. I'm going to say about 1920s maybe. Not particularly early neck on it either. And it's only a 2-part mould. You can see the mould line goes right up to the lip there. So yeah, we're making progress. Let's get through this burnt layer. Let's get finding some bottles. Don't normally keep jars, but as far as jars go, that's quite a nice one. Is it going to focus? There we go. And it says Wye Valley Reserve or Preserve, Herefordshire Fruit Company Limited. Always check your jars as well. But that's quite a nice one. Not particularly early, I don't think, but still. It's got writing on the base as well. It says full-size standard jar. So I presume that's the biggest one they did. But look at that. Look at the cutting on that. It's quite nice that. I might take that actually. Nice embossing around the rim. Yeah, never found one like that before, so that's a first. So I've just got top of a bottle down here. Just see it poking through there. And it is Elliman's Imbrication. I think we've had one of these off here before, haven't we? Well, I say we have. I can't actually remember. But it's white glass. That'll go in maybe pile. We'll leave it there. And now we've broken through this hard layer, we're finding bottles. So let's keep cracking on. Right, we've got a few here. We've got one sticking out at the top here, which is like just a tiny little bottle. Probably a marking dye or an ink. I scraped it a little bit with the shovel there. It's not cracked or anything, but big heavy base on it though. Early, maybe pile. And then we've got this, which is probably going to be a jam jar. There we go. Always check your side. Just a big old jam jar. And it's got a fault line at the bottom. If you can see that. Can't do it with that. So that's got to stay here. Right, so this has just popped out from underneath this. I think this is like a big rusty bucket. A bit of a cavity and it's just snipped out. What's that? It's got writing on. Yeah, there we go. Measurements: half drench full, drench half full and half full. Nice that, I like that. And that's not a crack, I've just it's just a flaw in the gas, I think. No label. Yeah. Oh, it is cracked. You can see it there. They sometimes do that. You bring them out of glass, you bring them a glass out, and they do crack sometimes. But I've just got into another bit of a seam there. I could just remove a jam jar and whatever. So I'm going to try and get all this out and see if there's any bottles behind it, and then I'll probably chase it this way because this is where that seam seems to be. Seams. Okay, bye. So just had that half trench bottle out literally seconds ago, and that's just come out right behind it. No cracks, no chips. So I don't have to be disappointed, I can come home. Right, so we got that junk out of that corner, which seems to be a bit of a bucket and a enamel pan, and that's sitting right behind. So might as well have him out. What is it? Just a big old plain aqua bottle, probably a whiskey. Nothing exciting. So what I'm doing, that was my old hole there, where I dug last week. I'm just going to throw them in top, and I'm going to bury them when I'm done. Right, let's get back into this seam. So I've just done a full piece of camera, done my old trick, not recorded it, so I'll do it again. So we've just had this, a conical shaped bottle, flask, with a pop stop, a little link, another little link with remains of the ink still inside, a really tiny little perfume, probably a little penny perfume, and for the third time this week, another one of those ceramic stoppers. Petrolamo Glasgow Limited, that one's printed, so it's nice, that one. But it don't have the patent number on the back. It's got embossed 3651, just embossed on the back. I don't know if you're making that on camera, but it's just on this little nub bit. Yeah, so just trying to get down a little bit more. Just started raining, so I don't know how long we're going to stay now. Dog's getting a bit bored. I have brought the dog before you start saying, oh, you shouldn't bring a dog onto broken glass. Where she is, she's fine. She knows to stay. She's quite an obedient dog, so she won't come any further into the tip. So, bit of exercise for her, bit of fresh air. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Right, so as is the way with some bottle digs, don't always go to plan. I'm quite deep down in this hole. There is a bottle sticking out the side. So if you can see, it's just got a pink rim. We'll get that out in a minute. But we're really not finding much. It's really sparse. This is what we've had so far. You've seen all those really sparse. In fact, I'm probably not even going to take any of those. They'll stay here, apart from those two, which I'll take for a friend. But yeah, we'll get this out on camera. We're going to give it another half an hour. Like I say, it's starting to get raining now. And then I'm going to stop for a drink and possibly think about getting dog home. Right, let's have this bottle out. So it's just here. Oh, it's an early one though, it's aqua. And it's another one of those. Red, drench full, half full. That one actually might come home because where's the other one? Just there. You can see the difference. It's a lovely aqua colour and that'll clean up really well, whereas that's just plain glass. And it's a bit too modern for me, but that's nice. So I'll probably take that if I don't smash it first. Right, let's have another half an hour. See what else pops out, if anything, and then I'll bring you back. There's a couple of bits inside down here, so let's try and have them out. Oh, that's the first one. Bit of broke china. I think the other one is looks to be a jam jar. Just a jam jar. Right, well, I don't have the time to get as deep as I want. I need to be another foot down, and then what happens is on this tip, the ash changes. It gets really coarse and chunky, almost like boiler ash. And I think that's like the layer between modern and the older stuff, like 1910. I think this tip was started in about 1905. Looking at the old maps, it just shows it as wasteland in 1900, and then 1905, the older map shows us trees on it. So I think they made it into a bit of a plantation just to hide the tip, but they've been tipping in between it. And I think it's been churned up and burnt at one point as well, because like I say, I've had that burnt layer here, which I've never had before on this tip. I've dug about 4 different holes here. Yeah, so I'm trying to get down to this chunky ash layer, which is probably another foot below me. I'm about 3 foot in. But yeah, like I say, time constraints are against me, so it's going dark soon as well. Looks light on camera, but it's getting pretty dark, and I don't want to have dog out too long. I think I've got a bottle down there, actually. No. It's just a... Yeah. Top of a massive massive jug. Don't know if you can see that spout on it there. I wonder if that was some sort of like beer barrel or something. Oh, it's glazed inside. Maybe a cooking pot. Don't know if you could just make that out. Glazed on the inside, terracotta on the outside. Yeah, that would have been a big thing. I can go back there. Right, I know. Couple of bottles here, but one's broke. Oh, that would have been something food, London. But I do have another bottle down here, so let's have that out. Oh. Lovely aqua panel. Yeah, just as we're about to go home, we start hitting early stuff. That's 3 aquas in the last 10 minutes. So right, let's have a looks like a big old pie dish, casserole dish. I'm gonna start caving in as well, so I'll leave it running. If it comes out, you'll be able to see it. What's that? No. I just saw that, then I thought it ran ink well. Just a big piece of crud. Hey. Valentine's meat juice. We've already had one this week. Right, let's have a proper look at this seam, see what's coming out of here. Right, I'll bring you back when I find something. No point watching me head. Right, so I've got a big old bottle here. We'll reach in and get it. Just a big old aqua panel. Plain. There's some nice air bubbles in that actually. Might be a contender to come home. Yeah, so broken, just a big plain clear glass. Yeah, I'm not going to start taking everything home, just for the sake of a good roundup at the end of the video. That'd be pointless. You just end up with loads of crap on your hands and nobody wants that. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I didn't show you that. Big kiln jar, which I can use for my bottle lids, bottle stoppers, that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm not going to just start bringing any old rubbish on just for the sake of it. Is that a bottom? No, that's a bottle top. But again, we're getting early. It's a lovely aqua colour. They can go in there, we'll cover them over. Just starting to get down onto this early layer. I don't know if you can tell, but the ash is getting chunky just in the bottom of the hole. But it's getting pretty dark down there, so yeah. We'll have another 10 minutes there. See what happens. Right, so we've got a bottle down here. That's another one in marmalade jars. Someone's just fell out of it as well, so we'll have a look at that. Where have you gone? There you go. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'll bring you back up here. That's just probably saved my dig. Good colour of that aqua. But look at that. Poisonous. Not to be taken. Lovely early bottle, full of air bubbles. Oh yeah, that's made me happy, that. The colour, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but look at the colour of that aqua. Move you down here. That's better. Yeah, look at the colour of that. Beautifully dark. That's going to clean up beautifully. Poisonous. And that'll go in my poisonous collection as well. Which ain't doing too bad. I'll post a picture of that at the end of the video. Put some light behind it. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That saved my dig. So as you can see, we're getting down to early stuff. Just in this little seam down here. And there's another. I think we're on another bottle here as well. What the heck? Is it a bottle? See, it's that dark. I'm honestly struggling to see, and the screen's all going blue now as well, which is going to look a bit weird. Come on. No. It was a rock. Right. I'm going to call it there. We'll go end video there. And I'll clean these up at home. I'll bring you back when I clean up. At least we've got a few for a roundup after. Cheers for watching, and join me in a minute. Right, so welcome to the roundup. So here's what we had. Got that lovely preserve jar. Really nice cut glass. We had the little ink pot with a stopper. The Valentine's meat. This little one, which I kept because it's quite early. Got a lovely little trademark stamp on the base there, a little spade with a P. I've got the bottle top, another ink, which is still stained. Couldn't get the staining off. Now I didn't show you this one. This one came out just as I was leaving. Tiny little marking die, I think. Just a little bit bigger than that penny perfume. Then we had this big old panel bottle, the Kaale, which is for medicating sheep and cattle. We had the Elements embrocation, that beautiful poison. Look at the colour of that, how deep is that? Stunning. Full of air bubbles, really early. Plain base. And then we had a plain stopper, so that matches quite well. That'll be going on the shelf of interesting items, and I'll post a picture of that after I've done the roundup, before I do the sign off. And then 3 lovely big jars. So, not a total loss, but this one definitely made the dig for me. And that's what we brought home. The conical flask and the kiln jar are left in the hole. So yeah, stick around. If you like what you see, then like, subscribe, maybe leave a comment, and hit that notification bell so you get regular notifications when I upload a video. It's all free, it takes 5 minutes of your time, and it really helps me out. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.